Be here now, everyone, cause this one coming to you live with vibes from the conscious posse. Amate in session. It's a new day. I say the whole world is in crisis. I say the whole.
I was born as a rhythms person, basically. So I had a lot of rhythm. I can play congas, I can play. Just give me two sticks and a piece of anything and I'll beat it, that kind of, you know. But my dad was a guitarist, so it prompted me as well to want to play guitar as well. So I started to learn how to play, and then I left. When I left school, you know, I decided to be a Rastafari, you know. So I went to the hills, I spent some time. And within that time, it was all about music, you know. So I started playing the drums because at that time they didn't really have anybody to play the drums. So I kind of just switched, you know. But
so you had a drum set with you at that time?
No, we kind of fabricated.
Oh, you made it?
Yes. My first drum kit was a carnation tin, really? And you stuck a cutlass in the ground, and you put the carnation tin over it, and then you stuff it with salt bags and stuff. You know, salt bags from the bananas, and you know, that would sound like a real kettle drum.
Wow!
When you give that talk, that sound great, you know.
So you hone your craft on those instruments.
Yeah, but naturally, like I said, I was kind of naturally rhythmic. You know, it's just to adapt to the instrument at hand at the time. So drums, I just had to look at fellas a few times and see what they were doing, and when I got that, I was playing, you know, because you have everything within, you know. So,
at what point did you start writing? Did you start writing there as well?
In the hills?
Yes, in the hills.
Oh yeah, I started there, but it wasn't so big. You know, like I can remember writing one song. As a matter of fact, not even in the hills. It was like before I ever went to the hills. I wrote this one song, and when we got to the hills, we were trying to work it out, and then we got a rest on that because when I came from the hills, I was Amate's drummer for a long time. So it was about concentrating on playing proper, because the musicians I had to play with were like seasoned people, and I was like the amateur at the time. So I had to concentrate on getting drums right, you know, and being able to play properly. So that took most of my time. So I kind of put guitar on the back burner. And then when I got to music school, then I had the opportunity to dabble with so many other instruments, you know, the piano and stuff. And so then I picked guitar up again. I got my first guitar from a police bandsman who was selling his. So I was so interested, I bought that from him. And then from there I started to take guitar classes from an expatriate who came to the music school to teach guitar. And then I started to do guitar seriously from there. I started to read and learn my skills of the staff and stuff like that. So and then from there I just kept on doing it.
And so the whole world is in crisis. But you, the whole wide world is in turmoil.
What were the days of Amate like for you?
It was breaking me out. It was breaking me out as a musician, as a well, at that time as a drummer. So I got that opportunity at that time that was like golden, you know.
One, two, three, go.
It was a good opportunity. So I started to play, started to learn about drums, started to look into drummers and start to listen a lot to music. Music really started, well, with Amate, I can say, in a sense of seriously and doing it as a profession and stuff like that.
Meanwhile, we gon' praise Jah in this calypso. Once me father happy, I gonna keep it so.
And then while there, I started to go to school, the School of Music. I started to become both a student and a teacher at the same time. So while I was teaching, I was doing exams in music theory and practical exams and stuff like that percussion and stuff like that. And then I grew from there. After Amate, I was able to tour with an international band. We called them Psychokey.
Caribbean vibes.
There's a mix of Swiss and Canadian and St. Lucian. And I did a lot of touring in Europe, and we did a lot of music. So then again was me concentrating even harder on drums.
Oh yes, I am a Wonder Woman, and everywhere that I go, people look at me like. So yes, I am a super being. I don't care what they say, 'cause I'm gonna have my way. 'Cause I know some things I'll tell you so that I will do whatever it is that I will do whenever I wanna do it. I see.
We did some serious work until when I started to really get the feel for writing my own stuff, because I loved the band, but then I found like as if what I really wanted to do was not happening. So then I started to think of wanting to do me then, you know. So after a while of touring with them, I decided to give it up and start to do my thing. So I really got into writing, and I had my first album, Harmony, and from there I continued writing. Now I have my second album. Between the Harmony and the second album, it was a while, but the writing was still going on, the performances were still going on and stuff, you know.
We all were meant to live in harmony, each enhance the other the way it ought to be. Come, let's promote joy and unity.
We work we give outside of ourselves. We never really internalize and find ourselves, kind of thing, you know. It's not like sitting down in a chair and spending the whole day trying to find yourself. But through the situations in life that we go through in our everyday life, we should like be able to craft our person, you know.
Feeling irate, up to get in the groove. In my soul there's a song. It's like a path that leads I on. My heart beats a rhythm of life. Every day my life is starting afresh, getting closer and closer to righteousness. First tribulation, so that is not strange at all. Today you laugh while I'm crying, tomorrow I climb while you fall. So I'm building to see the world's unification. So I say blessings in the moment that I wait, blessings in every step I take. So just to make you feel irate, we take in the simple melody, and with a bassline groove, all we wanna see is your waistline move.
Kosmik Riddim, the first intention really was to make it kind of a, say, international group, basically. People, like the word cosmic means, you know, it's just an integration of people. The concept actually started out when I was in Italy on tour, actually, with another band, and then I met some other musicians. I had songs written, and we kind of met and put chords to songs and stuff, and then it went on from there.
Say we gonna be touching love, feeling this grip, we
Touching Lives, which is the new single in just a little while. But let's talk a little bit about Harmony itself, which is your first album.
Yes.
Can you give us a quick sense of what Harmony is about?
Well, harmony is, as the word implies, harmony. It's songs to try to make people feel kind of good, make people feel happy.
Joy and unity. Whether you're black, you white, American or Iraqi.
So there were songs like Harmony, which was written because of that war between America and Iraq, that kind of spurred that song. And conscious songs like Rhythm of Life, you know, to really, especially, I would say, geared towards the youth.
Oh, the truth, the truth, the truth. Give a little bit to the youth. Oh, the truth, the truth, the truth. Please won't someone tell I the truth.
So you're on the verge now of your second album. You're just releasing Touching Lives. What can you just give us a brief characterization of what the second album is about?
The second album would be continuation of Harmony. Basically, my theme is like self-realization, basically. Self-realization from a realistic point of view, basically.
Just